Well, they're the most hated club in America, according to motorcycle clubs all around the diaspora of motorcycle clubbing. Hated because of how they came on to the motorcycle set, unapologetic, and convinced that they're going to do things their own way and nobody was going to stop them. They also had a few other things that motorcycle club people didn't like they were unashamed to have law enforcement members in their club. And as a result of that, they became known as a cop club, an LE, MC, and all kinds of things. People just hate them. But they're still around. And they made the news. For giving back. I happen to know many of them. Over the years, I've known many of them. There's a big group of those guys here in Georgia. And for many years when I was a national president, they would actually call me just to check on me and make sure I was okay. It was very interesting I've just been blessed to have so many people out there from every corner, from riding clubs and 99% clubs, 1% clubs to LEMCs that have looked out after me to make sure I was okay. It's just been a blessing. Anyway, we're going to talk about their story this morning. Also, another feel-good story, the Boozefighters. On the news for giving back as well. And another interesting story about a guy who is doing some aid contracting out in Gaza at the distribution sites. They're mad because he belongs to an anti-Jihad motorcycle club and has Crusader tattoos. Interesting. We'll check that out. Hey, thanks you all for all tuning in. We will be back in 1 minute and 7 seconds after this brief introduction for Black Dragon Biker TV, Iron Order Motorcycle Club giving back, and a couple other stories right back in just a moment. Hey, thanks for tuning in.
Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Get yourself educated by his books and you'll learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe and get updated Biker News with MC Protocol. A lot of phonies popped up when this YouTube Biker News craze came about, but the man on this channel is the first to do it and the only one that never sold out. His name's Black Dragon. Started in the day of the epiphany, revving Uncle Sam. They traded that uniform for leather vest from the mighty Black Sabbath. Not the band, I'm talking about the mighty Black Sabbath MC. We're paid his dues in the artist stripes, from prospect all the way up to national peace. All the copycat creators and the content stealers and haters, there have been many, but there's only one larger than life. Like Michael with the cowboy hat that knows kung fu and says kick can. Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Just self-educated by his books and you learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe and get updated Biker News with MC Protocol.
Can't hear you, Black Dragon. Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Hear you. Now we can hear you.
You couldn't.
We heard the music, but we couldn't hear you.
You didn't hear the whole anything?
No, we heard the music. I heard the music. We couldn't hear you.
You didn't hear the introduction?
Nope. Just the music.
Man.
Didn't hear all righty. Didn't hear none of that.
What about before that? Did you hear
the intro? Oh, the main introduction. Yeah.
Yeah, the main introduction. Okay, because I was getting ready to be like, man, it's just hard. Mike Ball used to do all of this for me. You know, why don't you? I mean, I'm trying to teach you how to do that.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have. I have. I have. And internally, I have.
No, he hasn't. Y'all like my new camera?
He's so proud of his 4K camera.
I'm trying it out.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, alrighty then. You guys didn't hear my alrighty then? Damn.
No, didn't hear none of that.
Man, oh man. That sucks. Good morning, K Bike Commuter, Steve, 1%er, Biker New York, K Mama Iron Range, 81. Mama Iron Ranger. We're gonna go up there and ride with them soon. Ken Harbin, what's up, man? All you guys, Drew, Eric Edmonds, Finn over there in Germany, Chucky Cross Rider over there in South Africa, man, K Wayne down in Houston area. You know, we just got people all over the damn country in the world. Papa Penguin, just everybody. We are worldwide. Hey, look at Swole. We got Swole on today. Wow, man. Wow. Okay, so.
Swole. Yes, sir. What's going on, my brother? Going on, everyone. How is everyone?
Yeah. Yeah. Can we say hello to everyone? I'm sorry, preacher. I'm seeking counseling to not be like this. I tell my dog not to be like that. He picks on the.
Tell your dog not to be like that.
Yeah, because he picks on my pit. The Malinois picks on the pit just incessantly. It's just horrible. Here we have giving something back. This, my friends, is a picture of the infamous Iron Order Motorcycle Club. A lot of folks call them the most hated motorcycle club in the world, or at least in the United States, just because of how they came onto the set and the fact that they, a lot of folks didn't like the fact that they didn't follow so-called MC protocol, and they have caught hell ever since then. But I think they're doing better. They're being more accepted in places. A visit from Iron Order Motorcycle Club has become a mainstay of the rally week for Sundance. So I believe they were out there in the Black Hills Mountains somewhere during the the Sturgis rally. For the past few years, a large group of brothers has headed this way to enjoy riding the Black Hills and stay in Sundance, which must be a city up there somewhere. And every year they give something back. Oh, look how small that is. You guys can't even see that.
Can't even see it.
Bigger. And every year they give something back to the community. This year, Iron Order presented a check for around $3,100 to the American Legion, Post 45, during a gathering at the War Memorial. The group of visitors contained a number of veterans who enjoyed getting to know their Crook County counterparts. Iron Order chooses its recipients each year based on local input and need. In past years, they have presented checks to Sundance Volunteer Fire Department, Crook County Food Pantry, and the Crook County Museum Foundation. So they're just out there doing what they can for the world. It's beautiful. You know, I didn't see this one. Man killed in a motorcycle crash. Thank you. Click here to subscribe. No thanks. I'd just like to keep reading. Oh, this happened just a couple days ago. A Wyoming man was killed in a motorcycle accident on Saturday after failing to negotiate a curve in the road on US 14 near Pine Haven. The incident took place northwest of Keyhole Reservoir, according to Wyoming Highway Patrol. 66-year-old Clint Rounds was the only fatality involved in the crash. Rounds was heading north on the highway just before 7:30 p.m. when he failed to negotiate a left-hand curve and went off the roadway to the right. Rounds then crossed a county road and hit a sign, Jesus Christ, where he was separated from the motorcycle. Weather and road conditions are not believed to have contributed to the crash. Rounds was not wearing a helmet at the time of the accident, so oh man, that sucks.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
Yeah, that blows, man. A lot of folks don't know how to counter steer and stuff like that. Do you know how to counter steer? Let me know in the comment section if you know how to counter steer. One, it's two questions. One, do you know how to counter steer? The second question is, do you practice counter steering? Like, I practice counter steering almost every time I get on a bike. You know, I'm just messing around. I practice counter steering because you practice like you're gonna fight. You fight like you're gonna practice. So that's what I learned in the military. If you practice, you can. It'll come to you secondhand. So let me know in the comments. One, do you know how to counter steer? And do you actually practice? SSW
If
said
you
yes.
got a class, if you have a Class M license, you at least was taught that.
No, you don't have to go to school to get a Class M license.
I said if you well, I did.
No, and here in Georgia, you can.
Oh, I'm saying I did.
Here in Georgia, you just go past the test. I didn't take any kind of class. I just went and took the test, answered the test, and it didn't ask shit about counter steering.
I don't know why would someone want to just go take a test and not practice. But that's to each his own.
Well, I had been riding my whole life. I went and took the test, and it was really weird because I was on a gold wing when I took the test, and the cones were so tight and everything. And I was just like, there ain't no way I'm going to pass this thing. But I've been riding my whole life. So I just went through it one time and they were like, okay, you passed.
Well, look, I took the test. I went through the class and I was doing so good in the class. They were like, oh man, the test going to be easy for you. You already know how to ride. When it came down for the test, I almost failed that sucker.
The test was interesting. Sprite says, and Sprite, you're in Atlanta. I want to meet you. I didn't know you were here in Atlanta. You need to come to the Dragon's Lair.
Don't do it. I'm playing. Go ahead.
And come hang out with us over here and bring your crew. I took the advanced motorcycle course, says Motogata. So everybody here, Mama Iron Ranger 81 says, Minnesota, you don't have to take a test there, I guess. I have forgotten. It's been sadly 4 years since I was on a bike. Yeah, counter steering is the thing that it's what takes a lot of these people out who cannot negotiate curves. And a lot of times,
I'm sorry.
And a lot of times when you are trying to turn away from something and not hit it, you ride exactly right into it because of counter steering or not knowing how. Chris Lee says, I used to race motocross, so road bikes are very easy to ride. Yeah, if you grew up racing road cross, you're the one. Just push on the inside bar. It would seem that easy. Back in the day, a driver's license was all you needed. Yeah, back in the day. I was 14 in Oklahoma when they introduced you got to have a motorcycle license. Counter steering on motorcycles is something you practice, yet it is something you do more naturally on a motorcycle, if that makes sense. For some people it does, some people don't. Like they try to turn right to make a right-hand turn. Logic people own firearms and don't practice with those either.
This is true.
To put in the hard work, man.
This is true. Well, there's a lot of people that think they got to lean. I know some people that went down because they're doing about 5 miles an hour to turn a corner. And they think they got to lean. No, man, turn your handlebars, man. Don't lean into it. You only going 5 miles an hour and wonder why you fail.
I remember this prospect that I had, man, and this was so bad. This bro would drop his motorcycle at the light. We're sitting at the light, and we'd look back, and he'd be laying down on the ground. Mm-hmm. He forgot to put his feet down. Mm-hmm. How do you come to a stop and forget to put your feet down? We were trying to take him up to the mountains to teach him to ride 2x2. We never even made it to the damn mountains. It was horrible. Don't we all counter steer whether you know it or not, Bolo? You do initially, but it's It's when you get scared and you're trying to avoid something and you run into the wall or whatever because you haven't really practiced countersteering. So your instincts take over, and right means right. Right doesn't mean left. And that's what gets us all get you caught up and get you killed. Yep. And everyone else why I prefer a broomstick and cannot stand apes. Yeah, he doesn't like the ape handlebars. I don't like them either.
Well, you get, and you know what? I'm about to get new handlebars
Are you getting ape hangers?
Well, they're not the pull. I'm getting pullbacks.
Oh, these
just a little bit, just slightly.
I don't like anything like this.
You know, Phenom.
I like this. I don't like anything like this. Yeah,
because I know Phenom, and I saw hers, and we're about the same height. And I asked her what size hers was because she looked real comfortable, and I was told reason why my shoulder hurts a lot is because of my reach. I need to get, because this shoulder right here on the throttle side. After I get off a long ride, man, my shoulder still hurts from the ride to New York.
Put the damn cruise control on, bro.
I can do that. I mean, it depends.
And drop your right in.
But you can't do that everywhere. Not especially. You can't do that on bad. You can't do that on bad ground, on bad roads with potholes.
You just wiggle with it, baby.
You be on the ground.
Jiggy with it.
Be on the ground. Be on the ground.
Ken Harmon says our target fixation. You're absolutely right. Trail brake smoothly to where you can see the corner start to open up, then twist the grip. Yeah. No classes, it's an option, but it's a great class for beginners, and they have advanced training too up there on the Yarn Range. Chucky Crossrider, since I figured out countersteering, it's the only way I ride, especially through a mountain path. Yeah, once you get it figured out, and you know what countersteering is, you love the mountains. You hang on. Now you can actually drop your knee to the ground. Apes are terrible for my short arms, so no leverage in the tight twists. Yeah, K-Bike, I got you. How many own a Bible and don't practice? Half the world. How many have a Bible but don't read it? The preacher is just shaking his head. The preacher is like gonna admonish you all for not.
I mean, it's a true statement. I'm not saying this. I'm not
people
saying it's
should
wrong.
not be riding or need a lot of practice. Yeah, real talk. Permit and then test. Don't need a class to know how to countersteer. No, you don't.
My sister's on here. My sister's on here.
What's up, fellas? Can't get on right now. Okay, Lavish, come on when you can.
Stallion up there in Colorado. She's on here.
Where is she? What time?
Tomorrow she said I need to do a podcast with Dragon. Why you need to do a podcast with Dragon and not me? And I'm your sister.
Dragon, that's why.
And I'm your brother.
You need to do a podcast with Dragon.
He needs to do a podcast with Dragon. That's why.
Man,
I'm gonna call you on that, right?
You're not don't hate on her.
11:02 your time. 11:02 your time.
Lavish likes the pullbacks. Are great. I got 20s. Yeah. Man, I don't like these things.
Those are too big for me. Because of my height. Lavish is taller than I am. I mean, you get them because
Esoteric likes T-bars. I like the handlebars that just come on the motorcycle. How about that?
Let me tell you, I saw some handlebars for my V-Rod, and I was looking at them. They're just unique. And I saw them for one of the outlaw clubs over there in New Zealand. And I was on the V-Rod page, and I said, anybody knows how to get these? And when I mean to tell you, these people, why would you want to up your blah, blah, blah? They just went on and on. And I'm like, yo, time out. I just asked. And one person from over there saw that. And they say, do y'all know who makes those? If y'all knew who made them, y'all wouldn't be talking big SHIT. They were just going off. And they said, and they hit me up and said, if you really want to know who made them, they hooked me up with the individual over in New Zealand from that outlaw club that makes those handlebars.
From the Mongrel Mob?
No, it was from is it the Cossacks? No, over in New Zealand.
Cossacks and
they started. Is New Zealand or Australia? One of them two.
There's no Cossacks in New Zealand.
What's the name of the club that we said they ride all V-Rides over there? We just did a show on it about 4 weeks ago.
I don't think there's any Cossacks in New Zealand.
Didn't they start overseas?
I
Yes.
could be wrong. Cossack, New Zealand.
It's in New Zealand or Australia. One of them. And I may be getting it wrong, the country, but I know it's overseas, not over here. We just did a show on that.
We did?
Yeah.
Cossack MC. Well, I'll be the search results provide no information
about the motorcycle
a motorcycle club called the Cossacks MC in New Zealand. Come on, man. However, the term posse appears.
Let me pull this up.
Yeah. Man. Okay. Yeah, man. You're not gonna. Don't do me like that. I am.
Pull this up.
I am.
I have. You know, because
pullbacks are fine. Buckhorn bars are fine as long as you get used to them. It's an odd hand position for me. Matt Stack says, I have pullbacks and they are great until you are in slow maneuvers. Then I feel like apes or T-bars would be better. You can also catch me at the Blue House on second Fridays. Oh, okay. Okay, Sprite. I haven't been to the Blue House in a while. This weekend is supposed to be I think it's somebody's having a big party here. Sprite sent me a whole thing of parties to my email. I got to check that out. Keep practicing. It pays off in the long run. Absolutely. Man, I'm so far behind you guys. Somebody said Iron Order is always one step ahead. They know who all the cops are. They work together. See what I mean? Nobody likes them, but ain't nobody stopped them. My Ultra has 14-inch and my Kingpin has pull back angle drags. Got both worlds. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna contact the guy from that does a lot of rare.
Well, why didn't you buy the man's handlebars?
Because I just thought they were cool. I didn't say I was gonna buy them. I just thought they were cool.
Lavish says, what is SHIT, Logic? What's he talking about?
Man, I'm not gonna curse online. Come on now, Lavish. Come on.
Oh, you spelled it.
Come on.
I know you're not. Sometimes your state SMRO will hold classes at free of cost if you are a member. There you go. Okay, next story. Here we go. This next story is interesting. This story is about the Boozefighters, and here's their motorcycle with the Boozfighter logo. Hey, we're doing happy stories. Local motorcycle club rallies for the president's family. Mm-hmm. Let's break to this news story. Okay. Action.
Athens Ford is your community partner with low prices,
your commercials,
and our exclusive limited lifetime warranty on all new vehicles. We provide a simple.
They did this because I had already queued this up, and
at your home,
it outweighted me. Okay, here we go.
In the world, a baby is born.
Action.
Athens Ford is your community partner with low prices.
You have to let it play, Doc.
Exclusive limited lifetime warranty on all new vehicles. We provide
Okay, here we go.
Big discounts.
One more time.
At your hometown Ford dealer, Athens Ford.
Action.
Every 10 minutes in the world, a baby is born with congenital diaphragmatic hernia, also known as CDH, according to cdhi.org. For those families, this spells a tough road ahead. But as KQ2's Darren Doyle found out, one local couple has a group of bikers to help them with this journey.
The motorcycle community in the area showing once again how they can come together for a great cause.
He had a hole in his hernia, which makes all of his organs move up into his diaphragm, which causes heart problems, lung problems. Flew him down to Florida for a surgery, but after they got there, the surgery wouldn't qualify, wouldn't help him. So on Tuesday, he got a trach, and we're hoping that will help him.
For area couple Zachary and Kelsey Rich, they received some scary news about their son Charlie about 12 weeks into pregnancy. While the couple has temporarily moved down to Florida to help Charlie get the best care after he was born, extended family is hard at work to help the young family get through it through cousin Russ Jumps, who just so happens to be the president of the local chapter of the motorcycle club, the Boozefighters.
And I've always helped out other people in the past, other brothers in the club. It's the first time I've ever asked for it for my family, and it's pulling at my heartstrings that everybody's showed up to actually help me and my family out. Yeah, we have over 30 bikes just in the bike show today, so we have a donation jar and 50-50 that our sponsors on our flyer, donated quite a bit of money already. So
throughout the early afternoon on Saturday, bikers from around the area made their way to St. Joseph Harley-Davidson to take part in a bike show. Food was also provided by a local truck, along with a silent auction to help raise funds. For Jumps, he's honored not to only use the power of their group yet again for charity, but to help out family in the process.
Russell was willing and so helpful to put on the fundraiser to help our family. He's part of our family too, but we really appreciate it, and everybody that has came out to support our family. It's a wonderful thing.
Reporting in St. Joseph, Darren Doyle, KQ2 News.
Through their efforts, the group raised around $4,000 for Charlie and his parents on Saturday afternoon.
That's what's up.
Man, that poor baby. Did you see that poor baby? Oh my gosh. There was a baby, little boy. Oh my goodness.
Let me correct myself.
Hmm?
It was the Comancheros. I had to correct myself. I had to find it's the Comancheros, not the Cossacks. I apologize. I got to get it right. I'm getting old. I forget things.
You got it. You recovered on that. I would have thought maybe the Comancheros, but
that's what I meant. Yeah, because I was talking about how cool their vest was. But anyway, forget that. Let's back to the.
Yeah, they do have cool vests. So I remember a little boy that was born with congenital defects and stuff like that, and he only lived to be 13. He was such a beautiful child. I called his eulogy, and this takes me back to that. Looking at that child, man, I'm having a hard time holding back the tears. Oh my goodness! While in the womb, young Charlie was diagnosed with a congenital diaphragmatic hernia, and so as we heard in the video, he didn't qualify for the surgery. So that means I don't know what that means. There's going to be a whole lot of they got a long way to go to get this child to a point where he will survive and have a fruitful life. And
our medical system is so messed up. And I'm not trying to get political, but I've heard so many stories like you're not bad enough to qualify for a kidney transfer or something like that. You have to be on the verge of darn near passing away for them to say, okay, now you can be on the list. Now I'm struggling to stay alive before my name comes up. And how do people not be
enough kidneys?
But no, it's not just that. No, it's not just that. It's not. That may be true, but it's not just that. It's that your condition is not severe enough to be on the list. Put me on the list and put me at number 100.
Or your condition means you're not likely to recover.
If you get a transfer, you will recover, but your condition is not as severe.
No. Like they do this based on people's likelihood to recover. So if you don't have a good likelihood of recovery, then ain't nobody messing with you.
We're not going to waste an operation on you because it costs too much.
No, that you're like
I'm very passionate about this, bro.
A 15-year-old kid before they do an 80-year-old man.
Well, I understand that.
Yeah, you're the triage thing. Like, I'm sorry, bro. You're probably not going to make it. So
I understand that somewhat. But I know, I've been around people that couldn't get on the kidney transplant list because they weren't severe. No, not because they won't survive it. Is because they considered their condition not severe enough. You got to get sicker for us to put you on the list. That doesn't make sense to me. It's not. Watch this. It's not logical. I'm not saying how long the list is.
You can always buy you a kidney on the black market, my bro.
Oh yeah, you always okay. Hey, get a kidney from a pig. They got
a kidney for your ass out there. They're not playing. You got the money, they got a kidney. Barker News Canada says, I know a guy waiting for a kidney transplant. He's in a wheelchair and still rides, but it's hard to get him a donor. Yeah, you got to kill somebody.
That's different. He's on the list.
Know how sometimes they turn away the 15-year-old kid because their 80-year-old man has more money And I don't know. Sometimes they turn around the way the 15-year-old kid, says the outlaw preacher.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the 80-year-old man has more money and prominence in the community. It's sad but true.
Mm-hmm.
Black Dragon, consider how many 1% MCs have strict bylaws that mandate expulsion for any member whose actions tarnishes the club's reputation. Oh, yeah, that's in response to somebody who said, didn't the Boozefighters founder get kicked out of the club? I don't know. I mean, I never heard that. I don't know if that was true or not. If it is true, I never. That stuff is always so. That stuff is always so political, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I've gotten to the point now where I don't.
We're trying to keep Black Dragon out of trouble, so we don't want him to get too political.
I don't. In my case, it was political. Let me show you guys this. Speaking of, somebody sent this to me. Speaking of, this is weird here. Speaking of, transplants and that sort of thing. Watch this. Someone sent this to me yesterday. Watch this.
It's real. Hello, gentlemen, and welcome to Psychosec. Can I answer any questions? What is it all about? Well, we're a company that produces 100% organic human sleeves. You're probably wondering what's a human sleeve.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Around, I can let you know what we do here in full details. So here at Psychosec, we've been able to achieve true immortality by taking your human consciousness and storing it on a device called a portable stack. It's planted in the base of your neck, and it collects and stores everything that makes you you. Every memory, every emotion, every sensation, everything you've ever experienced is stored on this little device. You can see it here on this screen that's about to come up. You guys just follow me. All the information is stored on this device and can be digitally transferred from one sleep that you currently occupy into the sleep of your choosing.
Sleeves are basically human bodies we grow in our labs. They're organically real. Bones, tissue, organs, everything. These are the best bodies you'll ever have, period. Nothing can hurt these bodies, but they are human. So if something were to happen to them, you can always change them out for a new one. That's why it says immortality becomes non-existent. Because you can be 50 in one body and change to the next body. You're as young as you feel. You come this way, David's going to show you some 2018 models that you can choose from.
Okay, you can choose which sleeve you desire. Now you can either have the sleeve that you have right now.
That got to be a movie. Got to be part of the movie.
So
there's a movie that does that.
The sleeves are actually cloned humans. They call them body sleeves now. And you can pick your sleeve and take all your consciousness that they collect in a thumb drive in the back of your head, and your whole consciousness and everything will come out and go into your new sleeve. Yeah.
Hold on a second. I'm about to find something for you.
That is effing crazy, man. They think they can do that. Let's see. Biker News Canada was talking about the Boozefighters. I thought the guys in Canada didn't have 1% diamonds. Boozefighters is not a 1% motorcycle club. They don't have 1% diamonds. They are.
That's it.
What's it?
Sorry. There's an Amazon movie series on Prime called Upload. That's exactly what that is. They put your consciousness in a fake body.
It's not a fake body. It's a human,
whatever.
It's a sleeve.
Upload is upload your consciousness to a
body
a
sleeve.
First you go to a heavenly place, and then if your family have enough money, they can purchase you a body to bring the whole thing was about bringing your consciousness back down out of this big old computer. And depending on how much money you have, what part of their heavenly place where you would live, your consciousness live forever, and every man, y'all go look at the thing. Upload. It's on Amazon.
Chucky Crossrider says, "No sleeve for me, thanks. I want to go ride the golden highways."
Right.
I said to the guy, I don't know anything about that, but it seems to me maybe, it is the human body will fight to live no matter what. So people say this is ungodly, but maybe it's not, because God gives us the will to fight to live even in our last moments. I just sat with a friend of mine who died, and I held his hand as he was dying, and he was not really conscious because he had just had a stroke, so he was just kind of like just there but not there, and you couldn't tell whether he knew we were around him or not. He kept looking at his wife and smiling, and so I was thinking maybe he knew she was there, but he didn't look at me and smile, so I don't know if he knew I was there or not, but we held his hand and stuff. And one thing that I noticed as he was dying is that he never stopped trying to live. He would grab onto the air, he would lift himself up, like trying to like come out of it. And I noticed that the human body will fight to live even when it is dying. Even when he took his last breath, he took a breath. So this is just one furtherance of that thing in us that doesn't ever want to die. Only a few people want to die. Most people don't. So is that ungodly, or is it the next step in evolution? Human consciousness transfer, this can't be real. Are we really living in sci-fi times? Have people never seen the end of movies that start this way? It never
it never turns out right. It never turns out right.
Mama Iron Range 81 said that's messed up. It's AI in reality. That somebody said Netflix. That it was crazy though, looking at those human body sleeves. I want a sleeve.
Remember back in the late 80s, late 80s, 70s, they talked about freezing people?
You know something? If you can have a sleeve of everything you want, there's some things I would change in my own.
Oh gosh.
There's some things.
Let me look at
I'd be wanting to swing the big wood.
Look at what Moto Gotham said around 11:22. Let's get back to that.
Drew said Wino crew is 1% though. I didn't know that. 11, what time?
22. You might have read that. That's when. Excuse me.
11:22 is way ahead of where I even am.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, he's talking about the Boozefighters. I don't know where you are.
11:21:22. Airmen. 11:22. Here we are. The founder of the Boozefighters established another MC called Wino's Crew MC. Oh, there you go. Founded in Fort Worth, and they are an outlaw motorcycle club, to my understanding. Yeah, I did not know that the founder went through that. Poor fellow. It happens, man. It happened to me. So it happened to the founder of my club, Paul Pet Perry, the father of the Black Sabbath Nation. Yes, Wino gets pissed at the Boozefighters. So, clubs have these splits and stuff like that. It happens. Final story. This guy here, interestingly enough, he's the team leader at a Gaza aid distribution site, belongs to an anti-Jihad motorcycle club and has Crusader tattoos. So, politics comes into everything. Like this guy's down there giving aid at a distribution site and his tattoos got him in trouble. So Johnny Taz Mulford, who works for a security contractor in Gaza, has tattoos of Crusader-style crosses that have been co-opted by the far right. Are these? Oh, so those are the Crusader? Oh man, get out of it. Okay, well, I guess you can't have crosses on. I guess this is a Crusader cross. You know who the Crusaders were, right?
Yeah, Christian Crusaders.
Yeah, yeah, that
Catholic Crusaders.
Yeah, that did the Great Crusades. The whole Robin Hood story was about his dissatisfaction with the Crusades, and they went to the Holy Lands to get all the good stuff and had that big war over there. So a lot of times they'll call Americans and other people that go over there, they'll call them Crusaders. So a lead contractor for a company providing security at Gaza Humanitarian Foundation's controversial food distribution sites. And they're controversial because people keep getting killed at the food distribution site. He is a member of a Crusader-inspired motorcycle club that touts its opposition to the radical jihadist movement. His name is Johnny Taz Mulford. He belongs to a Florida chapter of the Infidels, a biker group for veterans of U.S. wars and private military contractors like Blackwater. In May, Mulford began recruiting among his Facebook network for an unspecified job opportunity, asking anyone who can still shoot, move, and communicate to contact him. That's not a lot of people after they come back from the war and get fat and lazy. Reached by phone on Friday, Mulford confirmed to the Intercept newspaper that he is currently in Israel, adding that he was on his way to a checkpoint but declined to comment further. Two sources directly familiar with the Gaza operations of UG Solutions, including former contractor Anthony Aguilar, confirmed Mulford's employment to the Intercept newspaper. Mulford's ties to the motorcycle group were first reported by Zito. Like, being in a motorcycle group can be just so detrimental to even trying to have a job. UG Solutions is a contractor providing security at aid distribution sites run by the GHF, the aid effort in Gaza backed by the Trump administration and Israel. Mulford's membership in the Infidels and numerous tattoos widely linked to the Crusades and contemporary far-right movements raised questions about his role as a contractor. Raised questions with who? About his role as a contractor for the GHF mission. Well, his I'm sure he gets, what do we call them? Yearly assessments on your job to see if you're doing a good job or not. Maybe those should answer the questions. But anyway, it brings questions about his role as a contractor to some people. Among other posts on Facebook, Mulford nods to Christian Zionism by sharing a post called Israel, God's Chosen Nation, and a video mocking pro-Palestinian protesters. If I went into Israel with a Nazi swastika on my arm and said, Heil Hitler, what would people think of me, said Aguilar, a former Green Beret and UG Solutions contractor who has become a public critic of the GHF, raising concerns about Mulford's tattoos and infidels' affiliation in the Middle East. They're in a primary Arab Muslim population delivering food at the end of a gun. Wow, that's a hell of an indictment. Mulford and the GHF did not immediately respond to requests for comment. The infidels' national umbrella and the local Florida chapter did not respond to requests made, respectively, to an online forum and a chapter official. Johnny Mulford is a respected contractor in the industry with over 30 years of cleared service supporting U.S. government and allied efforts. Any allegations suggesting otherwise are categorically false and defamatory, Drew O'Brien, AUG Solutions spokesperson, said in a statement. We do not screen for personal hobbies or personal affiliations unrelated to job performance or security standards. Every team member undergoes comprehensive background checks, and only qualified, vetted individuals are deployed on UG Solutions operations. O'Brien declined to comment on Mulford's tattoos. The Infidels were founded in 2006 by an American mercenary in Iraq, nicknamed Slingshot, according to the club's website, which says the early members were security contractors and military veterans. According to its websites, Infidels Motorcycle Club is a veteran-formed and based MC for patriotic Americans and our supporting allies. Bearing in mind that we support the war against terrorism, and many of our club members have and are serving in Iraq and other locations worldwide as either members of the military or as civilian contractors, our political views may not be shared by everyone, says the National Umbrella Group in its Facebook post. We neither support nor tolerate the jihadist movement and those who support it. If, on the other hand, you do support the country's efforts against Islamic extremists, then support your local Infidels MC. In 2015, the Infidels Colorado Springs chapter threw a pig roast barbecue party in defiance of the Muslim holiday of Ramadan. Boy, they got down with it. An event flyer that also included comparisons of Muslim men to pedophiles, a local outlet reported at the same time. Wow. Mulford, who registered the local chapter in Florida, is an active member of the Infidels, according to his and others' social media postings. He is frequently shown in photos online posing with fellow club members at meetups. The infidels wear matching leather vests bearing the club name and a red cross on the back. In one photo, Mulford's vest has an embroidered patch on the front that says "Original Infidel." So Crusader iconology, for those iconography, for those of you guys who don't know, the infidels, including Mulford, frequently employ Crusader iconography in their tattoos and apparel. Photos of Mulford show him tattooed with crosses affiliated with the Crusades and more recently right-wing Christian movements. A photo of Mulford on Facebook shows him without a shirt after an apparent outing to fish. On his right forearm is American flag rendered in flames and overlain by a so-called Templar symbol. Those were the knights back then that did a lot of that stuff. A shield emblazoned with a red cross styled after the Christian military order of the Knights Templar. Hey, his left display, another Templar shield. A tattoo on his right forearm displays the Jerusalem or Crusader cross, a squared off cross with smaller crosses on each corners. In another photo, Mulford can be seen wearing a vest that includes both the infidel's name and amalgamation of several Crusader-style crosses. So, man, they're going after your boy as a white supremacist, and they don't like the fact that he's over there working as a contractor. So that's what this big story is about. It's a long ass story. What they're looking at is iconology. According to Matthew Gabriel, a medieval studies professor at Virginia Tech and an expert on Crusader iconography, the Jerusalem cross had Templar shields, and Templar shields are frequently embraced by white supremacists and the far right, a nod to the imagined existential conflict between Islam and Christianity. In the Middle Age, Gabriel said, Crusader iconography of this kind doesn't reflect the historical record, but rather a sort of Christian revenge fantasy. Boy, they're going deep. It doesn't have a whole lot of specific attachment to the Middle Ages themselves, but a nostalgic version in which this existential conflict between Islam and Christianity that has gone back to Islam's founding has always put Christianity in the defensive, Gabriel said. Crosses and shields symbolized that during the Crusades, Christianity struck back in the positive way. It really is a particular stance toward Islam in the Middle East. So all this is coming down on the man for wearing, for having these tattoos and stuff, and working at a Gaza aid center that distributes food. A lot of people have been killed there and stuff. Templars were one order of the many crusades. I think they were like the most famous order. They're the ones I've heard about the most. Yeah, man. And this happens to bikers a lot. A lot of bikers wear swastikas and stuff like that, and this happens a lot to bikers, especially in clubs that embrace various kinds of iconography, iconology, whatever. At least 1,373 Palestinians have been killed seeking food since the foundation began its work in Gaza, including 859 people near distribution sites and 514 along food convoy routes. 1,300, almost 1,400 people have died just trying to find food. That is just horrible. According to United Nations, Palestinians say they may have died under gunfire from Israel military. That's just crazy. You got your phone on, or your television on in the background? I hear it. The Charlotte-based company first got involved with the conflict earlier this year, where its private soldiers were tasked with manning checkpoints during a ceasefire. The company has sought out former U.S. special veterans, according to job listings, so they get to go back over there and do it again. Four Democratic members of Congress last week wrote to UG Solutions and another GFH contractor, warning them that the company's employees could be held liable if war crimes have been committed. Working closely, I've never seen them held liable before, and we've seen a lot of what you would call war crimes. UG Solutions has denied mistreating Palestinians in Gaza while acknowledging that its contractors have used pepper spray and warning shots to disperse crowds that were trying to gather up there and get food. Anyway, that's that story. That's huge, man. That's kind of. What do you think? Let's see. What does the chat think? They had a.
I wanted to answer something from earlier up. You was speaking though. Moto Gatto asked me, what do I feel about the Christians motorcycle club? Hey, I met a lot of those gentlemen. I was at Cigar Lounge. They came over and they saw me sitting there, and they knew I was on a bike. And they invited me over to their little get together at this restaurant, which was in the same parking lot. Hey, I had a great time with them. I mean, I looked, just hanging out with them. I looked them up online, and I said, well, these brothers right here. And I don't know their whole backstory, but when I saw their website and everything, and I saw how they pray and how they give out patches for praying and everything. So, I have, they cool with me.
Mm-hmm.
Because matter of fact, they have a big chapter here in Wiley, Texas. They have a big chapter up here, so I see them quite often.
Kokomo Joe says the Infidels MC is in his town, Ohio and Kentucky. Yeah, I think I've heard of them before myself. I've seen them around here in Florida. Says Esoteric Fitness. So anyway, that guy got his face plastered all over the internet because of his tattoos or whatever. Which I always find interesting because, you think you'd be able to put whatever you want on your arm or whatever the case may be. But, hey, politics is big. It's in every place, even in our motorcycle clubs. All right, man, that's our stories for today. Now, you guys do know that I go live every night about 10 o'clock on TikTok, where we have a open discussion every night, Monday through Friday, and actually almost 7 nights a week. And you guys do know you can come out here at the Black Dragon's Lair on Tuesday nights here at 3393 Lawrenceville Highway here in Tucker, Georgia, behind the furniture store. It looks dark down here when you come down here. I have people turn around, all these tough-ass bikers. Man, it looks dark like it's some kind of trap down there. What the hell? What the hell?
Is it one way in and one way out?
One way in, one way out. So come down here on your best behavior, man. That's all.
I get paranoid and stuff like that.
Or you ain't getting out, man. I do not have TikTok, says Ghost Eagle Guardian. Well, get it, bro. It's just a download. It's just a download, Ghost Eagle. Ghost Eagle don't be playing a lot of that stuff, man. Ghost Eagle don't be playing a lot of that stuff. He ain't fixing to have a bunch of apps on his phone, cheating on his information and stuff. Thanks for the chat, BD. Logic, everyone ride safe. Thank you, Chucky, man. I was told a 1% has the SS symbol, and it doesn't mean they are racist. They do it to troll people. What are your thoughts on that, BD? Well, that's exactly what that is exactly what the story has been ever since the beginning, that they 1%ers and stuff adopted a lot of stuff during the 60s when they were known as flower children, hippies, whatever the case may be, and they were going through a lot back then. And they were really trying to separate themselves from society. So they took on a whole bunch of weird shit that society thought was kind of crazy, like 2 men in a 1% club kissing each other in the mouth and shit. This was absolutely would draw the society away from them. And they also adopted a lot of symbols that would just make people just want to stay away from them, like swastikas and Nazi symbols and far right crosses. That's what that stuff has come to be known as today. But that is absolutely the story. And then it'll blow your mind that there are black clubs that wear swastikas as well. And so there's a whole lot to it. I try to treat people how they treat me, because like I do have friends in some of these 1% clubs that damn sure have swastikas tattooed on their ass. But they have come to my defense. They've come to to my aid. They've treated me like brothers, so I try not to get on the rah-rah stuff. You guys know that about me. And if you treat me good, I'll treat you good. If you treat me with respect, I'll treat you with respect. And I'm not mad at you because you love white people and you want to be white, around white, and whitey, white. That I'm not mad at you because there are black people that want to be black and they only want to hang out with black people and they just want to be blackity, black. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to be with your kind, as long as you're not effing with anybody else. If you wear Yahtzee stuff, don't act surprised when people think you're a Yahtzee. Yahtzee, I like that. Yeah, don't act surprised when they think that. I remember doing a story on that a while ago. I remember that. LOL, yes, sir. The Children's Crusade. Not sure what you're talking about. Hippies were weaponized by the government. Keep getting these pop-up limp movements. So, yeah. Anyway, we got through everybody's why do R, says Tuquela. Tuquela, yeah, Stevens. Why do R what? I don't know. Hi, Greg, or hi, GG. It's 5:40 p.m. my side, almost time for the big snooze. Anyway, you guys, that's it for today. Okay, so we're going to do tomorrow. We're going to do the all the events coming up for the weekend. We'll do that tomorrow. And that's it. If you guys got an event for me, please email it to blackdragon@blacksabbathmc.com. blackdragon@blacksabbathmc.com is where you should email those things to. Support our channel, please. $ Biker Press is our Cash App, or my PayPal is jbunchii@aol.com. Support the channel. Get a channel membership if you could. Our subscriptions are as low as $2.99 a month. We would appreciate it if you join the channel. And let me tell you something. The number one metric in all YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok as to whether a channel is doing good or not are the likes and shares. So you do me such a big favor just by hitting that like button, man, and the share button. We'd absolutely appreciate it. We also want to get you to go over to Logic's channel, Keep It Logical, and give him a like and a follow and a subscribe. He would absolutely appreciate that. You can find me on Twitter, which is now known as X, at jbunchii. I put up a lot of stuff over there. I'm also on Snapshot as Black Dragon Biker TV. Not Snapshot, Snapchat as Black Dragon Biker TV. Black Dragon Biker TV can be found on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and at jbunchii on Facebook. Get Black Dragon's gear at blackdragonsgear.com. And we have a podcast that broadcasts every day, The Dragon's Lair Motorcycle Chaos. And we'd like for you to go to, you can get us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and iTunes. But I make more money if you go to Spreaker, and listen to it. Spreaker, SPREAKER. If you ever want to call me, you can hit me at 404-692-0336, or if you ever want to call into the channel while we're doing it, 404-692-0336. If you want to email me, blackdragon@blacksabbathmc.com. The Black Dragon's Night at the Black Dragon's Lair is at 3393 Lawrenceville Highway in Tucker, Georgia, 30084. Building 2, down the hill behind the furniture store, across from the public storage. One way in, one way out, so come on your best behavior. If you need to talk to me about something, set up an appointment at clarity.fm/black-dragon. Our boy Lavish T. Williams can be found on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And you can email Lavish T. Williams at info@lavishtwilliams.com. He's got a big party coming up, Memorial Day weekend. So you guys really want to get up there and see that. info@lavishtwilliams.com. If you do donate to us, all donations are read aloud. And if you want to get a hold of the preacher, do I have his stuff here? Yeah, so here's his prayer line. If you want to get a hold of him for prayer, and that didn't call, yeah, Logic's prayer line is 972-834-5010. He's a full-blown, real ordained minister, and he is a doctor. And we want you guys to know that. Let me see. You can get him at Keep It Logical is his YouTube channel, Keep It Logical. And his PayPal is $Logic357.
That's Cash App.
That's what I meant to say. His Cash App. Everybody knows if I said $, his Cash App. His Cash App is $Logic 357. And the name of his church is Solomon's Porch Church. And so if you want to donate to his church, it's $Porchville. And yeah. No.
I can't say nothing. Okay, go ahead.
No, say something.
Listen, I wasn't going to say anything.
No, say something, please.
Listen, so Black Dragon, thank you for doing all that, the introduction and telling everybody my pages and everything, letting everybody know that over here at Solomon's Porch Church, you can watch our services on the Porch Network on YouTube. If you want to hear complete sermons or Bible studies or messages like that. I do not put so many on my motorcycle page, even though there's some. But if you just want to see church, you can go over to On the Porch Network, and there's a lot of them down there. And put the donation at $Porchville, $Porchville. Every year, Solomon's Porch Church, along with a lot of the bikers around our community, I serve a Thanksgiving meal at one of the shelters here, and we serve 500 full Thanksgiving dinner. We completely cook out and everything. And if you want to donate to that, you can also donate to that. That's probably the only time our church actually reaches out to the community to see if they want to donate. And if you are one of the people that are hesitant about donating to a church, you can go over to our Facebook page. You can go on there and you can see year after year after year that we do exactly what we say we're going to do. It's 500 of God's children that we serve every Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Amen. Amen, Pastor. Yes, I still have an AOL address. I still have my AOL address. I must have got it in 1995. So my
AOL still around? Does it still work?
The email still works. They're still AOL is still here.
Wow.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I still have an AOL email, and I've had
got mail.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, here it is.
Wow. Young people don't know what that is.
Yeah, and there's my inbox. Boom, bro. Yeah, I still have an AOL email address, bro. Hell yeah. I thought y'all knew. Yeah. I still have a, what the hell was it called back then? I got them. I got all of those. And Nami Portis et File et Spiritus Sancti. In Nami Portis et File et Spiritus Sanctium. God bless you, Black Dragon and Logic and everyone. In Nami Portis et File et Spiritus Sanctium. Sanctimum. I've heard that before. That's the Catholic thing. I gotta check out. Take care, Sven. Good to see you, man. Out there in the Black Forest. Love you, man. Can we assist you on Thanksgiving? Yeah, he's down there with you. He can help cook. Moto God asked, can he come help for your Thanksgiving thing? We can't hear you no more. So this is what we sound like when we try to keep
Yes,
up with
definitely.
Black Dragon, you've depressed me. I still have my oil account, says Ghost Eagle. Thank you. Tennessee Whiskey says I still have mine too. See, I'm not the out man on the group. I have my MySpace. I still have my MySpace account too. First website was Angel Fire. Tabs like a math equation. Moto Gato, the founder of DCMC, is very... no, Moto Gato, be nice. MySpace was the sheet. Okay. Is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. In the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. So that's what that is. Is that what that means? I remember when cell phones had minutes. Call me after 7. Remember that? Remember that? You could talk for a few minutes on there was a time when there was no unlimited cell phone stuff. Unlimited, you just speak as long as you want.
Yeah, you had to get a plan for long distance and all that stuff. I'm going back too far. Okay,
you still gotta have a plan for long distance. Like if you want to call overseas, you still gotta have a plan.
No, I'm just talking about long distance from state to state.
Yeah, that was crazy. Okay, man. Good morning, Frederick. You're late. All right, we're getting ready to get out of here, man. What time is it? 11? Oh, man, bye. Hey, preacher, let me get you out of here, man.
Yeah, I gotta go, man. I gotta go. That's why you see me looking over to Mario on my other meetings.
Bye.
I remember this one kid.
What's up, everyone? This your boy Logic over here at Keep It Logical. Listen. There's a lot of people on the road right now, and I'm praying for each and every person that's on their way to Chicago, that's on the way all over this country. Remember these words. When you get on those 2s and 3s. Ride hard, ride safe, and always ride on faith. And keep it logical. Peace.
And it's your boy, Black Dragon. Thank you all for tuning in. Thanks for coming every day. I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. 319 pounds. Searching for 300. Thanks for tuning in. And get skinny. Yeah. Peace. Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospect's Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.
If you are seeking clarity about issues stemming from problems or crises occurring within your motorcycle club, then set up a consultation with Black Dragon. Black Dragon has over 30 years of experience in the motorcycle club world, having served as a national president of the 50-year-old Black Sabbath MC Nation for nearly 10 years. Black Dragon is a veteran negotiator, skilled in crisis management, conflict resolution, inter-club issues, press conferences, and club reputation management. You can set up an appointment to speak with him by phone at clarity.fm/black-dragon. Get the clarity you deserve to help make your MC the best place it can possibly be.